Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're a student or a parent here in New Jersey, you already know we've got some amazing colleges right in our backyard. But let's be real, it all comes down to one big looming question, right? This is the question that can absolutely keep you up at night. You see those big tuition numbers, and it's so easy to feel like a college degree is just out of reach. But I've got some really good news for you, especially if you're here in the Garden State. You heard that right. There is an actual system, a step-by-step process that's designed to make college affordable. And it is so important that for high schoolers graduating between 2025 and 2027, you actually have to complete a financial aid application just to graduate. So yeah, let's get you way ahead of the curve. Okay, so let's dive right in. Before we even talk about how to get the money, we first need to get a handle on what kind of money is even out there and who's giving it away. It's actually a lot simpler than you might think. I want you to think about it in two big buckets. On one side, you've got the sources, basically where the money comes from. The two heavy hitters here are the federal government and, you guessed it, the state of New Jersey. And on the other side, you have the types of aid they offer. And this, my friends, is where you really need to pay attention. So listen up, because this is the most important takeaway. Grants and scholarships, that's the good stuff. We call it free money for a reason. It's a gift. You don't pay it back, ever. Loans, on the other hand, well, that's borrowed money. You absolutely have to pay it back, usually with interest tacked on top. So what's our goal here? It's simple. Get as much of that free money as we possibly can. Okay, so where do we find this amazing free money? We're going to focus on the two biggest players in the game, the U.S. federal government and our home state in New Jersey. This is where the lion's share of aid is just waiting for you. Now, on the federal level, these are the big ones. The Pell Grant is really the foundation of federal aid, offering eligible students more than $7,000. And then you have other grants like the SCOG and the Teach Grant that compile on even more. You can see how these numbers can make a serious dent in your costs. But here's the thing. This is where the New Jersey advantage really kicks in. Federal aid is awesome, don't get me wrong, but our state programs are incredibly generous. The Tuition Aid Grant, or TAG, is one of the biggest reasons why going to college in New Jersey is such a great deal. But to get your hands on any of it, you have to start with one single super important application. And that brings us to the master key, the one application that unlocks almost everything we've been talking about. It's called the FAFSA. If you only remember one acronym from this whole thing, please make it this one. The FAFSA. It stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. You fill out this one online form, which, by the way, becomes available by October 1st, 2025 for the following school year. And that single application is what determines if you qualify for federal grants and all of New Jersey's incredible state grants. It really is your one-stop shop. And they've made the process so much easier. Seriously, it's just 3 steps. First, the student and anyone contributing to the form, like parents, will each create their own login, called an FSA ID. Step 2, you just give consent for your 2024 tax info to be pulled securely and automatically from the IRS. That means no more digging through old file cabinets for paperwork. And finally, you just fill out the rest and list the colleges you want to send your info to. That's it. So, which application should you be filling out? Well, for most students, U.S. citizens, and eligible non-citizens, it's the FAFSA. But, and this is really important, if you are an NJ Dreamer, you have your own path. You'll use the New Jersey Alternative Financial Aid application to get access to all that amazing state aid we're about to talk about. Okay, so you hit submit on the FAFSA. You're not quite done just yet. A few days later, you need to log in to New Jersey's own state portal. It's called NJFAMs. This is where you'll see the status of your state grants and, super important, check your to-do list to see if the state needs any more info from you. Do not forget this step. All right, you've conquered the FAFSA, you're on top of your NJFAMs account. Now it's time for the payoff. Let's talk about the incredible grant programs that make New Jersey one of the best states for affordable college. This is truly our secret weapon. You know, this isn't just some fluffy line in a brochure. This is the actual mission of the state agency in charge of financial aid. They have built some of the most powerful programs in the country specifically to make this sentence a reality. And trust me, these are absolute game changers. Let's just start with this bombshell. If your family has an adjusted gross income up to $65,000, the Community College Opportunity Grant can make your local county college tuition and fee free. Just let that sink in for a second. That's a path to an associate's degree with zero tuition debt. Incredible. But wait, it doesn't stop there. After you get that tuition-free associate's degree, the Garden State Guarantee Program kicks in for your third and fourth years at a public four-year college in New Jersey. For that same income bracket, it can cover your full tuition and fees. You see what's happening here? This is a direct pathway to a debt-free bachelor's degree. And the support just keeps going. Are you in the top 15% of your high school class? Well, the NJ STARS program can give you free tuition at your county college. The EOF program offers not just money, but also crucial support systems to help you succeed in college. The depth and variety of these programs are just amazing. Okay, so you've applied, and now the good news is rolling in. Colleges are sending you financial aid offers. The last piece of this puzzle is just knowing how to read them. So let's quickly break down the basic formula they all use. First thing you'll see is a big number called the cost of attendance, or COA. The easiest way to think about this is it's the college's total sticker price for 1 year. It includes everything: tuition, housing, food, books, the whole shebang. The next term you'll see is the Student Aid Index, or SAI. This number comes directly from your FAFSA. Now, I need you to hear this loud and clear. The SAI is not the amount of money you have to pay. It is not a bill. It's just an index number that colleges use to figure out how much aid you're eligible for. So here's the magic formula for how it all works. A college takes their big sticker price, the cost of attendance, they subtract your student aid index number, and whatever is left over, boom, that's your official financial need. And the college's job is to try and meet that need with a mix of grants, scholarships, and maybe some loans. And just to put it all into perspective, here's what your year is going to look like. You'll do all your applying in the fall and winter. Then in the spring, you'll get those 8 offers, which gives you plenty of time to compare your options. The actual bills don't even show up until the summer. It's a pretty predictable cycle. And now you know exactly what's coming. So, there you have it. This process that probably seemed so confusing and overwhelming is really just a series of clear, totally manageable steps. The financial aid is out there, especially for us here in New Jersey. The system is literally built to help you succeed. You have the roadmap. The only question left is, where are you going to go?